Hi guys, it's me again. I have the part 2 video of my lucky summer journal. Enjoy this one, everybody.
Hello, Clara Vista. We are on our way to the opening of an actual time capsule from over 100 years ago. A time capsule is a little box filled with things that represent the present. The idea is to hide the box and open it on a date in the future. I think I'm going to create my own time capsule this week. I'll take a shoebox and fill it with some items that represent now. What should I put inside? Gwen Tennyson's top 10 favorite jokes. What do you call someone else's cheddar? Nacho cheese. Hee hee hee. How do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Knock knock. Who's there? Interrupting cow. Interrupting cow. Moo. Ha 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 ha. Moo. A tray of muffins are baking in the oven. One turns the other and says, "Gee, it's hot in here." The other muffin starts to scream, "Ah, a talking muffin!" Ha 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 ha. Where do astronauts eat their meals? In the lunchroom. What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday? "Hey, matey! Knock, knock. Who's there? Vera. Vera who? Very few people find these jokes funny. What color is a burp? Purple. Gwen Tennyson's top 10 favorite jokes. What do you call someone else's cheddar? Nacho cheese. Yummy. How did you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Knock knock. Who's there? Interrupting cow. Interrupting cow. Moo. Ha 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 ha. A tray of muffins are baking in the oven. One turns the other and says, "Gee, it's hot in here." The other muffin starts to scream, "Ah, a talking muffin!" Yummers. Where do astronauts eat their meals? In the lunchroom. What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday? "I, matey, knock knock. Who's there? Vera. Vera who? Very few people find these jokes funny. What color is a burp? Purple. Why did the rubber chicken cross the road? Because he wants to stretch his legs. Get it? Rubber and stretch. Do you know how Teen Tennyson stay cool? They sit by their fans. Get it? Phew, today was wonderful. Grandpa brought us to the Yum 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 Fest. As the name implies, it was a food festival. It had different stands from all around the world. There were so many unfamiliar foods, and I tried as many as I could. Balut, a street food from the Philippines. This is 100-year-old Chinese egg. It's not actually 100 years old, though. You know, I'm going to start recording all the new and interesting foods I tried during my venture. We are currently en route to a real castle. This is exciting for many reasons. 1. I have heard that it's a haunted castle. 2. I have never been to any castle before, haunted or not. 3. This castle is home to my favorite book series, The Grimoire Girls. 4. R.J. Crowling, aka the author of Grimoire Girls, is speaking and signing books. And 5. Did I mention that a new book is being released today? A new book is being released today! I am so excited. I reread my favorite book in the series so far this week. I wonder what will happen to the new installment. When I finish reading this book, I'm going to write a review. Hello from one of the most stunning places on Earth. Guess where I am? If you guessed the Grand Canyon, you are correct. What a spectacular place. Grandpa and I spent the whole day hiking and exploring. Ben didn't come. Pretty sure he just sat at the rust buckets watching his TV show Xingo all day. Hello from one of the most stunning places on Earth. Guess where I am? If you guessed the Grand Canyon, you are correct. What a spectacular place. Grandpa and I spent the whole day hiking and exploring. Ben didn't come. Pretty sure he just sat at the rust buckets watching this TV show Xingo all day. I wrote a little story about my day at the canyon. I'm going to have Ben fill in all the blanks so we can create a zany story. Another day, another drama. We were visited by the furious fly guys, Sydney and Maurice. They accidentally made 100 clones of Grandpa, but they were nothing like the real Grandpa. They followed whatever command they were given. Never good when there are bumbling baddies about. It was pretty scary, but Ben and I got it under control. I can't believe how many Grandpas they were. So weird. I wonder how many identical Maurices I can draw before I get too tired. I made a grid over this photo to make it easier to copy. Ben and Gwen's official rule guide to Jinx. If two people say the same thing at the same time, they must both yell jinx as soon as they realize what happened. Whoever says jinx first is the winner. However, sometimes both parties say jinx at the same time. If that happens, you must say jinx again. If you say it at the same time again, nobody is jinxed. Get on with your day. Once a person is jinxed, they are no longer permitted to speak. The jinxie can only speak again once their name is spoken out loud. The jinxie can also speak again if they get the jinxer a nice slice of watermelon. I wasn't thrilled to visit Grandpa's alma mater again after the whole terrifying clown experience. This visit to Stage U did not disappoint. This time, the horrible Dr. Animal decided to appear in an attempt to ruin everybody's fun. He showed up with his latest invention, something he called an animator, which has the ability to merge two animals together. Dr. Animal used this animator to do evil, but in theory, it's a pretty cool idea, but I bet I can make it better animal hybrid. While we were visiting Stage U, I learned a few things about Grandpa I didn't know before. He was on the badminton team. Why did he ever mention that? I also found out that he actually gave a speech at his own graduation. We asked him to recite it for us, but he couldn't remember it. All he could recall was that the entire speech was spoken in rhyme. Luckily, one of his friends had a copy of the speech. It got a bit destroyed over time, but I think I can piece it together. Today is a big day for Grandpa. He has been looking forward to seeing the Buddy Bungalow since he was a little boy. The bungalow is a house built by one of his heroes, Buddy Badensky. Buddy built this house in the 1930s as his vision of what the future would look like. But unless you're a fortune teller, it's impossible to know what the future holds. That doesn't make it any less fun to think about. Things to consider. How will people get around? What will people wear? How will people communicate with each other? What will buildings look like? What will people do for fun? Well, now I've seen everything. Ever since Ben found the Omnitrix, I've seen all sorts of aliens and monsters. Pretty surreal. Today, however, was the first for me. I had lots of babysitters, but never one like this. She was a nightmare. And by nightmare, I mean she used baby powder to turn us and other people into babies. Yes, that's right. I was changed to a toddler today. So was Ben. Aren't we cute? We did manage to save the day and turn back into our normal selves too. It was very, very weird. Guess who won a fishing trophy today? That's right, me. I love fishing. It's relaxing for a while, and then it gets really exciting. I can't believe the size of the fish I caught today. It was even bigger than my trophy. I asked Ben to take a picture of me with my catch, but he didn't. Ugh. I'll have to draw it in from memory. Blah, it's rainy. We're in the middle of nowhere, and Grandpa is hanging out with his old roommates from States U, who is unfortunate enough to live in this town. I don't even know what state we're in. There was no sign to announce it, probably because nobody ever comes here. Ben and I are making surveys for each other to fill out. I hope that helps the time pass quickly. Ben and I were creating a scavenger hunt as a birthday surprise for Grandpa. One of my favorite things about this whole trip has been sending postcards to my friends back home. I brought postcards in each state we visited and sent them to everybody I could think of. What would I do without my address book? I usually buy my postcards at souvenir shops, but maybe someday it was on my own. I made some spaces here so I can imagine what they look like. Every postcard can have a picture of the most amazing thing I saw in each place. Goodbye, trusty diary. Alas, dear diary, I had reached your very last page. Thank you for being there for me on this part of my incredible road trip. I can't wait to read you again in a few years. Love, Gwen.
And there you have it. My Lucky Summer Journal is coming to an end. Aw, don't be sad, everybody. I just know that there's going to be new memories just for me, my grandpa, and my cousin Ben as we get to attack villains as Team Tennyson and have an awesome vacation all at the same time. And I know the Ultimate Bens and Gwen will promise to visit as long as they use the portal generator. Well, there you go. Everything there is to see and do on my Lucky Summer Journal. But don't tell Ben all about it, okay? Okay, bye now, and thank you for watching my video.